So here we got a 98 S10 pickup, and the third door would not open. This is how I bought it. So this is all jacked up. The pin appears broken, so it doesn't do the thing. I did get it open. I put a long screwdriver here and pushed down on that, and we got it open. And now we're going to put a new latch in. So let's see how this goes. You have to first pop the plastic piece here. You have to take this bolt out for the seat belt. Pop this one, take that bolt out for the seat belt, and then take a tool all along up this edge to pop this out and this plastic piece up here as well. And then you should be able to just loosen. Let's see here if I can hold this and show you. Loosen, open these, and put the rods in, close them up, bolt her in. So let's do that. All right, we're going to start this. We've already got this lower seat belt plastic pulled up and this one pulled up. So we're going to start with, where's my wrench? We're going to start with the wrench. If I can find it. There's one. Here it is. It says the size on this is weird. 12947. I don't know if that's a. Here we go. Yeah, it's a 47. We need a 1/2 inch. Those are usually pretty tight. There we go. This off. It's warm out today. It was over 60 degrees here in Indiana, which was beautiful. Spring is on its way, except we got some snow coming. I think a little tickle of snow maybe Monday. Hadn't planned on working on this truck, but changed the oil in my Tundra. Couldn't do a tire rotation because it was kind of sketchy up here on the lift on jack stands. So, I gotta do something. So here we are, we're gonna work on this a little bit. Make a parts list at least. And fix this. And clean it. So I've had one of these 98s before, but not an S10. I had the S10 Blazer. So the 4.6 liter, I know, has an issue with plastic plenum gaskets on the intake. So I'm going to probably pull those, replace those. Because I know that my Blazer, I blew it up on the biggest hill coming out of Tennessee to Indiana. Had to have it towed home. That was no fun. But hopefully this will be a good little truck for the daughter. 150,000 miles on it. Sounds good. Purrs like a kitten. There's a couple of clips down here on the bottom. Good thing she's only 13, so I've got a lot of time to work on this one. But I get bored, and I'm waiting on some stuff to come in for the engine for the C10 so I can get it back together. And, you know, like Vice Grip says, you got to keep the feet moving. So there are two little metal rods in there with clips, and you just got to kind of pull the green off the red. In this case, it's factory, so it's not that color. But pull those clips off to get the rods out, and then that piece will come out. Pop that out. Pop it off that rod. And do the same thing with the other one. You can break if you want. I got a new one. There we go. And we pull it out. So I'll show you what's broken here on this. There's, oh, better zoom out now. So here's the old piece and here's the new piece. And what's broken is this little tab in here that activates the lever on the spring. That's gone here. See, it's busted off. Get that junk out of here. Alright, this just... Oh, sorry about that. This just fits in. Boom. And the rods just go back in. You gotta open these up. Open up the little green doors. Get a little finger tap on them. The rods will go in between here, and then you just clamp them back over, and then put these two screws back in. And actually, I think I want to put the two screws back in first, so the rods line up in the proper position. At least get them started. This one. Oh, shit. Well, that ain't good. Why'd you fall off there? That'll pop back on. Pop that rod in there. Close the pin. Go to the other one here, open it up. On it. Oh, come on. Close the clip. We'll hope that's going to be enough. So now we just tighten these two bolts back up. Works that way. Put some oil on that. Okay, then we just snap this bad boy back into place. Now, before I bolt that back together, I'm going to test it to make sure that it does open, and I don't need to adjust those little rods. And while we're here, I do have some PB blaster. Let's shoot these hinges up. Probably use some white lithium, but this is right here. Okay. And look. do need to adjust it because that did not work. So how do we fix that now? Well, we kind of gonna have to fix it the way I fixed it when it was broke. This is what I did last time. I took a big screwdriver, flathead, and just put it on where that clip goes. Give her a push down. Hopefully it works. Open part of it. Go underneath and pull up on this other one. Well, the top is unlatched. Some, but the bottom's not. Come on now, Betty. Let's go. Well, you turd. Partially undone. It's done more. So now I'm just kind of pushing down on one lever, pulling up on the other, and there we go. Alright, so now we know we got an issue. Let's pull this back off. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is unhook the little rods, the pins from the rods. Now we're going to put these bolts back in. And secure them before we continue to put the rods in place. And by the way, that is a 27 Torx. Yeah, I guess I don't have the greatest lighting in here for this, but let's stay up there. Bring it in here. Come on. Alright, let me bring you in here and show you what we got. That's actually jacked up. I wasn't paying attention when I put that in there. You gotta go. Well, never find that again. Somewhere over here. There it is. Hard to do with one hand. But you can see how it clips on the back there and clips on the there. So when you pull the handle on the outside, it does that, which pulls and actuates this rod and a rod in the back that does the bottom. So I don't know, there's threads on there too, and those threads are to grasp the clip. That stupid little bastard. So we're gonna put that one up. We're gonna put the clips up toward the bottom of the threads here to try and get them to hold. All right, I need two hands. feel like it's enough on the top. See a little lever up here. I'm just going to shoot it with a little blaster. Let's lubricate stuff. Little spring and lever. All that good. Know what's down here. Get a little shot of lube on the little bars that the thing's hooked into. All right, we're gonna try this again. Vacuum that out, that's nasty. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up for a minute. I'll come back. All right, so we closed her up and, you know, we've got the same thing. It's not disengaging. It's like there's not enough travel on the rods. So I guess we're gonna have to play around with that until I can figure it out, but that's just how it's done.
In the end, if I pull the handle and push the door in, I can open it. So that's good enough for now. Overall, for the fix, I may end up putting double nuts on the end of the rods and running them all the way up to the threaded portion, just so that lever's got more support on it. We'll see. If I do that, I'll close it.
Well, that's a wrap on this stage of the build. We're one step closer to getting this thing back on the road. And I'm officially out of zip ties. If you enjoyed the gears and grease today, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button down below to help the garage grow. And if you want to see the rest of the build, click down here for the others. Cheers.